Hey guys, welcome back to another tutorial. So this week I'm going to be showing you how I created this centerpiece for wedding, any type of formal event, using mostly Dollar Tree items. So let's get started. So first I bought 3 different glass items from the Dollar Tree. This first one, the vase, is about 8 inches tall. This medium size is about 5 inches tall, and then the smaller one is 4 inches. So the spray paint I bought is this Brilliant Gold from Walmart. It's in the description box below, so you can find that there. We're going to spray paint the inside of each of the glasses, so I'm going to show you how I did that first. So first I just sprayed the inside of each of the glass containers with water. I gave it 2 sprays, and I turned each of the glass vases upside down and let them sit there for about a minute. Next, after the water has settled in the glass and it's formed like droplets inside and the water's not moving around anymore, I'm going to take my gold spray paint and angle it and just lightly spray the inside of the container, lightly spray the inside of the glass. So don't spray too much of the spray paint inside the glass, because what's going to happen is the paint is going to end up bleeding inside and make streaks, so you don't want that happening. So what I did was 3 coats of the paint, but I did really super light coats so that the paint didn't bleed. So after I let the first coat dry for about 10 minutes, I'm spraying the inside of the vase again with my water bottle. Give it 2 sprays, turn the vase upside down, let it sit for a minute, then tilt it again and lightly spray your gold spray paint inside the vase. So after 3 coats of paint, this is what your glasses should look like. So next I used my E6000 glue to make a tower stand with the 3 glass vases. At the bottom I had the medium vase, and then I glued the crystal looking vase on top of that, and then finally the tall 8-inch vase was at the very top. Next I let this dry overnight because the E6000 glue takes about 24 hours to become super strong. So just set this aside, and now we're going to work on the flowers. So I purchased 2 bunches of Easter lilies, 1 onion grass, 2 bunches of poppies, 1 bunch of dahlia, 1 bunch of cattail, 2 bunches of poppies. So I started by cutting all the flowers from the bunches. I gave each of them maybe about a 2 to 3 inch stem, and I grouped them together. So here are all the flowers after they've been cut, and now we're ready to assemble the base of the flower. So I got one of these green styrofoam balls also from Dollar Tree, and this is what I'm going to use to stick all the flowers onto. So I like to work evenly when I'm making these. I started with the flower that I had the least amount of, so I only had 4 dahlias, so I started with those. I'm going to evenly stick those 4 to the center of the styrofoam ball, and then we're going to work our way out. Next, I only had 6 poppies, so I added 3 to one side and then 3 to the other side. And then in between each of the 3, there was still a little bit of a gap for another flower. So I took 1 petunia and I added it, so I took 2 petunias and then added 1 on one side and 1 on the other so that there was no gaps. So that second layer has 6 poppies and 2 petunias. Next, I just went around the next layer and added the remaining petunias. I think I had about 18 of them. Yeah, so I just kept evenly going around and adding the remaining petunias. The last layer at the bottom of the last layer of petunias, I angled them down so that the styrofoam ball wouldn't show when you stick it on the vase. So make sure the last layer you just angle it down and just bend the flower a little bit so that the styrofoam doesn't show. So after the 18 petunias have been added, next I'm going to add all the Easter lilies, the 2 bunches that I bought. So at this point there is no more room in the styrofoam ball for me to put more flowers, so I just started using my glue gun, and I'm just going to stick these flowers at the top and just glue them in. So I got 2 colors of Easter lilies. I got 4 green and 4 white. So inside the 4 dahlias, I'm going to glue the 4 Easter lilies, the green ones, first, and then a little higher up I'm going to glue the 4 white ones inside the 4 green ones. Next I grabbed the cattail and I glued that into the flower. I put one right at the very top where the white Easter lilies were, and the other 3 I just randomly put around. And once again, I didn't have enough space in the styrofoam ball to stick these in, so I was just gluing these in. So to finish it off, I just was going to add some of the onion grass. Before I even glued the onion grass in, I took half of it out, and in my garage I spray painted it gold just because I wanted a bit of a gold tint to the centerpiece as well. So the onion grass, I just randomly added that in. I think there was about 12 pieces, 6 were gold, and then the 6 were just green. And that's going to be it for the flower top of our centerpiece. So I'm just going to set this aside and we're going to go back and fix the base. So with the vase, I wanted to give a border between where the gold vase and the crystal vase was meeting at the top and the bottom. So initially I planned to buy the beaded like gem rhinestone ribbon from the Dollar Tree. It comes in gold and silver, but I had these rhinestones left over from another project, so I just decided to use this. But you can easily just go and buy that gold ribbon from the Dollar Tree and make a border with that if you want. So here I just use my glue gun to glue down these beads near the top and the bottom. Next, I just added some tea lights at the bottom and then put the centerpiece on top of it, and then in the top cup as well I added another tea light just for effect. So lastly, I finished off by adding the flower top to the top of the vase, and you can glue it down at this point if you want. I didn't think it needed it. It was pretty sturdy without being glued down, but you can if you choose to, you can glue it down. And that's it. I think the centerpiece turned out beautiful. It was so easy to make and super cost efficient. I think the entire thing only cost me about $12 to make, which I think is pretty budget friendly, and it turned out nice. So let me know what you guys think, and if you haven't done so already, be sure to subscribe and hit that little bell so you see all my latest tutorials, and I will see you guys at my next week's video, God willing. Bye!